Dark Samus. Okay, so we get another two of the classic Wi-Fi pantheon stepping up to bat. Although I feel like this could be a bit more of a bombastic match as we step forward. Depending on stage, DK can do a number on any one of the casts. But Battlefield, I don't think is one of those. I have a feeling we're going to see plenty of projectiles and pretty aggressive combos from the Dark Samus if they're allowed to breathe.
I don't know. I think this is going to go either very quickly or very, very slowly. I'm not sure which one. Oh, my. And ReDMIT right now might be looking to speed up their own offense. It's Anthem right now with a one-stop lead. Charge shot right to the face. Not fully charged, mind you, but...
Battlefield gives so many opportunities for Samus to be able to mess around with their opponents, be it zoning or just pushing out in general with plenty of aggressive attacks. Like, Samus's kit just works really well from being able to push out from center stage and either shark the platforms for damage and even to turn a combo, or just to push out off the edge. Like, we've seen what this character is capable of from the zoning capacity, but has a pretty decent combo game when there's enough platforms to leverage, and Battlefield's got plenty of them. It's bullying him right now. Hold up.
Yeah, actually just kind of smacking him around. Full stock lead right now for Anthem, and take as much space as he really needs, because what's ReDMIT going to do? Chase him? Toying with him at the ledge.
Oh, no.
You had no chance. You had none. He made you believe. Oh.
Space Parasite goes brrr.
Actually, though.
But this is what I was talking about. Like, Samus has the option to get aggressive, has the option to play like a very in-your-face zoning game, because there's just every opportunity that goes south, you could just go for the upbeat. Like, you just get to escape for free. You can play off the ledge as much as you want to, play from center stage, and once again, we're running into a problem where it's a big target. Like, yeah, DK has plenty of opportunity to, like, get kills and bring up plenty of damage, but he's a big boy. Like, he's gonna get hit by a lot of things.
Yeah.
And now we're facing a target that's, like, a lot more comfortable with sitting back and throwing projectiles until a better situation arises.
Not only that, just such a small field that you have to work with, too, which you would think would come in handy if you're DK, but you just have that much less room to land with, and you're going to be landing on top of these platforms. That just makes you, like, you're teeing yourself up, basically, for these hits. You try to drop down, you get caught with that back air to the face, and again, that big old body is a big old target for the terrifying Dark Samus as the eyes glowing under the mask. Go up 1-0 here. And all of a sudden, ReDMIT left with a bunch of questions, Hangman.
Let's see if he's going to stay DK, and if he does, like, what is this DK doing? I would like to see them pick into small Battlefield, because I feel like that'll just take away a lot of the pressure that Samus is able to provide. But if that's not available, like, we have to go to some smaller stages. Perhaps we have to go to Smashville. Maybe even running it back to Battlefield could be the option. But there's still, like, it's all about the play. I think a little bit more shield play might be necessary if DK's staying on the board. And if so, just being mindful to get quick hits and, like, dip. Like, DK is able to put out plenty of back airs, has a considerable grab game of his own. There's a lot of opportunity for that damage when DK is allowed to play the game, but that's sort of the main codifier here, when DK is allowed to play the game.
I just don't know. I feel like you can't succeed with DK, and indeed, going on to the opposite end of the spectrum with the King K rule. So, obviously, ReDMIT agreeing there, going to try to... You know what? DK does have super armor on some moves. In fact, we saw it play out as one of the hits was nullified by the super armor on the down B. But if a little bit of armor is enough, how about a bunch of armor? Let's see if that works. So I respect ReDMIT for trying that, and have to see how that plays out.
Like,
So
it's
far,
an
so good.
admirable change, but I feel like you're trading out one set of problems for another, because, yes, you do get a character that has, like, notable amounts of armor that are kind of difficult to break outside of, like, a solid Fallout. Like, the Crown Throw provides you with enough armor that I don't even think full charge shot is going to be able to break through. And then, of course, there's the presence of a reflector, and even though, you know, that's not too big of a game changer, like, it's this high amount of damage, if he commits to these grabs, that I think is what's going to really make the difference. It's what let ReDMIT take, like, a quick lead here. But being on top of stopping these projectiles in general, I feel is going to be the only way to really keep Anthem from running away with this game.
See, that checks out, but at the same time, you know, trading one set of problems for another is the case for pretty much literally every matchup in this game. So I'm not gonna complain too much about that.
Like, at the cost of maybe better tools for fighting Dark Stannis, you still have a big body, so plenty of ways for Dark Stannis to hit that target. And I would argue, like, an equally abusable recovery, but Anthem hasn't really put ReDMIT in a position to take advantage of that. Also, I feel like Payroll has very linear zoning in his own right. Like, you don't have to go through a lot of effort to dodge the blunderbuss or the crown. And we've seen very strong movement from Anthem's Dark Stannis so far.
Hasn't been too shabby, all things considered. It seems to be very calculating, very particular with how Anthem places their hitboxes, but ReDMIT thus far has just kind of been able to nullify it, and though we are seeing Anthem catch up just a little bit in terms of percentage points, about to make this even, taking a lead, excuse me, off of one of the shorter ceilings in all of Smash Ultimate. Sam is killing with up B. It's like we really are back in Smash 4. My gosh. But
almost nostalgic.
I was almost, because you remember all the Samus shenanigans from that game, but the down there not going to find its mark. However, a few more presses on the C stick will certainly do the trick for Anthem, building up this damage again, and now almost a full stock lead. It started out so strong for ReDMIT until eventually does have to bring the foot down. So ReDMIT takes him down to last stock, or it takes Anthem down to the last stock.
Like, they're bleeding pretty heavy, but they're not out of it just yet.
Yeah, well, it's time to...
It's looking grim.
Okay.
Yep, Dark Stannis brings down the heel. That's a strong duo performance from Anthem.
Yeah.
It was looking better in the second game, but again, it's just big target, very easy to read movement, very linear options, can only do so much, especially once, like, the zoner doesn't have, like, to worry about the options at hand. Like, yeah, Crown was an ever-present threat during that game, too. It was used